time I hear this song now, I can't help myself but to say these simple words. It's gonna dump, then we gonna pump. It's gonna dump, then we gonna pump. It's gonna dump, then we gonna pump. Pump the Bitcoin, baby, let's go. All right, what is going on, everyone? As you can see, I'm an old school hardcore kid, so I can't help but to whisper scream in the microphone to make myself laugh. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. And we are going to be maybe one of the only ones to not give out a donation address when things start to get a little dicey. We're gonna tell you what we mean by this. We had someone do the thing that we have actually seen as the playbook here in crypto, especially on crypto Twitter. We call them the extractors, the extractions, the distractions that end up getting you to become a participant in the extraction. And James Nguyen is doing this right now by gaining all of this attention, just like we had a particular person and people do in 2023 and a little bit in 2024, aka Ben.eth and Ben Armstrong, BitBoy, did a very successful extraction on CT where they had the donation addresses, they had to quote pre-sale donation addresses, and now we got James Nguyen over here putting up donation addresses to help fight the cabal. If you want to fight the market-making cabal and support me, send USDC to this address. And I just find it fascinating that people are actually sending crypto to this address to this person. And I just think it's so crazy when you got accounts like mine. You got accounts like Alexo Crypto. You got accounts like Miss Teen Crypto. You got all these people that are in crypto that we're here every single day. We're streaming, we're showing our face, we're showing up. And then you got people like James Nguyen that kind of all of a sudden arrive on the timeline and everyone starts talking about him. And then he posts a donation address. That pisses me off. That makes me so mad. Do you know why? Because the real people who are here every damn day don't ask for fucking handouts. We accept when we get lost, when we get losses or liquidated. We accept when we make the damn mistake because it's our choice. And we don't expect anyone to come and save us. We pick ourselves up and we freaking try again. And we don't ask for donations. So this shit pisses me off. I can't take it. It makes me so mad. I don't know why. I'm telling you why. That's why. It's crazy. It drives me crazy. I got cats all over the place, guys. I'm a cat household here, and I'm surrounded by cats constantly. Hold on, I gotta let one of these cats out. Hold on. It's like a catastrophe over here. But guys, welcome. So what I'm showing you right now is actually the wallet, the donation wallet. And it already has amassed almost close to $3,000 of USDC, $8,000 of Tether, $10,000 in ETH. I think someone sent some Pepe. I don't know if this was already stuff that was just in this wallet, but I'm just like, wow. Oh, gosh. But you know what? That's what I said, though. I said, BitBoy. I said, this is like going back in time to BitBoy and Ben.eth. It's funny how accounts like mine don't ask for handouts, and I have less money than you. I said, it's all good. I said, I'll win, but not from people giving me money just because I posted a donation address. It'll feel bad for me. I said, on my own hard work, damn it. On my own hard work. Coming here every day, showing up, running my mouth. It might actually do me some good. We'll see. But guys, let's get into the Bitcoin price. Getting chopped. Guess what? I think the last level that we're going to hit, remember guys, we marked these levels. We said check 104 and check 102. and we had them circled on the Bitstamp chart. Let's make sure we have them. Yep, it's right there. All right, so here's the levels that we were like, if you want to watch some levels on the bearish case scenario on Dano Crypto here, where we bring you the alpha, where we just tell you basically if you're looking for the next runner, we just tell you it's Pepe and ticker Bitcoin. We keep it simple for you. Everyone's always asking, they always say, Dogecoin did this, you missed it. Pepe did this, you missed it. Now what's the next coin? I'm like, what do you mean Pepe did this? It's still breaking all-time highs and hasn't passed SHIB, so we still have some room to grow. It's always annoying also hearing that too. What's the next runner? I don't know, maybe the one that the meme character that the president and Elon's been posting on their timelines. I don't freaking know. Maybe that one. I'm going to pick that one as the next pick for the runner. But I digress. People don't like when I say that, but they want me to give you the next runner. I don't. You know what? Just watch the timeline. Just watch Truth Social. Just go to Trump's Telegram open Telegram group, which is AKA Truth Social. You might see this. You might see the signs. But I think the lowest point that we could go for Bitcoin is 102. We got 102,000. 102,000. The market's eyeing this level right here. You want to know why? Is because there's a lot of liquidity sitting here, and this is where we had massive buys come in. You can see by the order block right here, which was this sideways action. We smacked into this level 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then that was the bounce. It was like a basketball. It was like a Bitcoin was dribbling 3 times before it went for the 3, and it was like, and it crushed up to new all-time highs, 112. But that was where we had some nice sellage. Looked like a Wyckoff accumulation pattern here that could have broken to the upside, but I think the market was like, yeah, we're just gonna have to tear you down one more time, one more again, before we go to the next level, which if we're gonna be bullish, we're always bullish macro. Sometimes the short-term price action can be a little bearish, but in the macro, all we have to do is hit one of these capitulation areas where people are like, it's over, and then that's when the market and the big money comes in and buys the fear, buys the blood right here, and will hopefully send us to 120. If we go as low as 100K, we still can bounce from there because it's at least decent support. We got 100K support. We have 102 support, 2 levels. If we go below 100K, we might have a little bit of an extended bearish case scenario, which would then fill the gaps around in the CME where it's, I think, who mentioned that? Hyro. Shout out to Hyro, who mentioned the Bitcoin CME gap and reminded us that there is a gap at 90. Let's see. I don't know if it was it filled though? I don't know if it was ever filled. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't filled. So there's like this gap at like between 91 and 93. If you're looking at the CME chart, a little gap right there. I mean, that would be pretty nasty. Be pretty nasty, but we don't want to take it off the table. We definitely don't want to take it off the table. But guys, let's see. I don't know. Is my chat working? Oh, I was like, what? I was like, no one's sending any messages. But I get my chat on my other screen was not updating your chats. I'm sorry. I would have been giving you guys shout outs this whole time. Give me just a second. Let me get this chat working. I don't know what happened here. Let's see. Go to chat and let's see. Yo. Okay, there we go. All right, now it's working. All right, well, what's up? What's going on, everyone? Let me give everyone a shout out. Whoever's in here right now. We got Davin. We got Bullish on Parade. Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee. I got my coffee. I kind of have my breakfast. I like did not get food in me quick enough, so I just have my breakfast right sitting next beside me here. We got Shibman. We got Kenyatta. We got Bitcoin Nomad. We got Harry Bowles, Cabrera, and Rashad. We got Rashad. What's going on? Hope everyone's doing well. We got the normal OGs in here. That's what I love about you guys. You guys are amazing. You're so supportive, and you love watching this live stream. You like goofing off with me, and it means a lot. You know, it really does. You guys are super OG, and I really, really appreciate you. Feels good to have a little crew here, you know, and what we call this is the dojo crew. We're all learning. We're all getting, you know, when you're in the dojo, you don't just, there's no not getting punched in the face. You know, there's no not getting like a couple of thigh kicks, you know, in the dojo. You're going to have to, you know. So, but we're always learning, we're fighting, we're training, and we will succeed because we'll have the resilience, the patience, the conviction, the determination to stay in the game, to keep training in the dojo. So, we really appreciate you guys being here. And we're going to show you, I think it's really interesting to follow these markets right now currently because there is a lot of manipulation. You can see just how the market opened today. The market opened really, it kind of pushed. It pushed a little bit. It pushed a little bit. So let's see. Let's see on the first here. I want to go to like how in the early morning, right before pre-market, we got swung up here. All the way to 106, basically hit resistance at 106, and then look at this choppiness where if you're not quick enough on the pre-market, you basically had like, I don't know. Let's actually look at this a little bit tighter here. Let's see. I got to look at the daily. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can get a little bit more data here. Okay, so you can see we had a market wick up to 106, and then we wicked down to 103, back to 103, and now we're creating this wick on the daily candle. You can see 45 minute on the 45 minute seems like it's bouncing with a little bit of volume. We got some the sellers here are exhausted. You can see as on the MACD here, sellers are a little bit exhausted. Could be getting a bullish divergence. You know, we're diverging from the lows here. Be diverging from the lows. And I have a level marked here. It's kind of like these this double bottom that happened here. Boom, boom. And then spiked us up to 110. It's if we break the resistance that we just, because look, 1, 2, 3, and then we flip this. We could flip this into support. Then we're kind of eyeing this level right here. We're eyeing this line. We're eyeing that 106.7. Kind of right there, right above where we just had that resistance right here. Oh, Shibman. Yeah, no, I've been tracking it. The Zeus meme coin, we did mention it. We actually already we have it. We were checking it. We're looking at it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any. It's like when I think about Pepe derivatives and then I'm not putting money into Pepe, I feel dumb. Like, it's just for me, I'm choosing Pepe as the Dogecoin entry of this cycle for me. And if I can't listen to my damn self and I just let all of this distract me again, then I'm not gonna make it. So, and I'm hoping in saying this, it helps you guys to also just dial in on something and believe in it. Like for me, it's Pepe, ticker Bitcoin for the memes. Like I think those two memes, I think those are gonna do the best. But it could be different for you. You could be like, look, you could think Popcat or Bonk. I mean, whatever it is, I don't know. Whatever your meme choice is. But it has to be strong. Better have good liquidity, high holder count, good liquidity. No funny business with the supply. Open chart. It has more of a chance to survive. So for the Bitcoin nomad, those coins for him is Fartcoin and SPX 6900. And I would say in terms of liquidity and community and the attention around it, those are good. Those are great too. Those are great choices. Fartcoin for Solana in terms of liquidity and trading volume, I mean, it's the top. It's got $20 million in liquidity. The trading volume is massive. Popcat is one of those too. Like that's why I always mention Popcat, because Popcat's kind of one of those. It's pretty solid too. And in terms of market cap against Fartcoin, it still has some room to grow. And for Ethereum, we like to just hit the liquidity and look, see SPX 6900 and MOG coins. For a lot of people, in terms of community and a recognizable meme, are those Pit Viper sunglasses and basically just mogging people. It's part of the culture here and a very recognizable thing. And just that alone, in terms of that attention-grabbing economy, which is basically what the memes are. And basically, if any crypto project is smart, doesn't matter what it is, even if it's Cardano or XRP, it's all about grabbing attention. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what your product is. It doesn't matter what the hell it is. Can you get enough attention for the hive mind share to start talking about it? And once you see it over and over again enough times, it becomes just a normal thing that is talked about. So it's like that's why I feel like memes are so fascinating, because memes do what the VC vaporware coins wish they could do, is actually grab attention. Because at the end of the day, the foundations and the unlocks and all the stuff, and then the roadmaps and all that, you're basically a meme coin operating with like triple counterparty risk, like 100%. You got triple counterparty risk. Like for instance, what happened with Ohm Mantra, massive counterparty risk and potentials for massive drawdowns and crashes. Now, I'll be honest, like any altcoin that's, and it's not Bitcoin, just has a level of risk on it. That's why the altcoins have such a high gain potential, because you are risking more. When you're putting thousands of dollars into an altcoin, it's a lot different than putting thousands of dollars into Bitcoin. Your downside to that is not as heavy as you being in an altcoin. But see, the interesting thing though about the liquidity and the volume for like normies and the people that are just buying stuff because they see it, they obviously are not looking, oh, well, that one has the most volume, that one's got a market cap. They're not even looking at that. They're like, what do I recognize that I like and is making me laugh and is funny, and what's in the top list? It's going to be ticker Bitcoin. It's being listed. It's listing everywhere. And it's the funny version people's Bitcoin. It's the only meme coin and coin that's been able to survive with the name Bitcoin as a joke. And so It's just like how Dogecoin, the nature of how Dogecoin was able to survive, and it's just a dog. But it's the most recognizable dog. And when you start to see like, oh, like this type of branding, you got to think about it as a brand. Pudgy Penguins is top tier diamond status on this right now of creating a household brand, recognizable brand for like kids. You imagine 7-year-old, like little kids being like, I want a Pudgy Penguin. You know, when you were 6 years old, 7, 8, whatever, the time when you things just are catching your eye and you're like, all the stuff that's popular, you end up going to your parents and saying, can you please buy this for me? And I start thinking about how crypto is going to just like get in the mind share in a type of way that is through IP branding, like what Pudgy Penguins is doing. So when I think about branding and memes and things that can last a long time, I think about the nature of ticker Bitcoin, what's mashed up all in this thing to kind of pique the interest of the outside looker, and then also the funny thing about it being Bitcoin and but then also Pepe as just a very recognizable meme, and the one that actually started the whole damn thing to begin with. So for me, that's why I have those two. I have my reasonings for it. It's not motivated by any other thing besides my own assumptions. It's not dictated by a freaking KOL that's pushing it like crazy. It's not because Ansem is talking about it or some shit. It's not like that. I've come to my own conclusions about these. Now, it does not come without its risks, because obviously there's times where you could probably sell and there's times where you buy. Clearly on the Bitcoin chart. But how I see it is a very great opportunity to look and see how the markets operate. This is how they operate. You want to know a rug pull, then okay, you want a big pump? Okay, cool. Goes like this. Guess what? It goes like this. And then goes like this. That's what most charts look like, is some bullshit like that. This is the reality. This is a real chart. That's why I like the ticker Bitcoin chart. It's like, this is a real chart. The other ones are cabal, whatever, insider, stupid rug pull garbage that aren't going to last more than 3 months. So I think coins like this that are trying to be a multi-cycle coin, you have to be able to withstand it. It's a rush. That's the name of this live stream. I hope you liked my thumbnail. I've been doing the Pepe thumbnails. Finally, ChatGPT is prompting correctly with giving me a decent Pepe character so I can make some awesome Pepe thumbnails. So give some frogs in the chat. Give me some frogs in the chat if you like the Pepe stuff. I like it. But yeah, you can see. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. Hold on. I wanted to do that and change this one to this. There we go. It's almost kind of like a roaring kitty Pepe rush. Let's go. That was I liked this thumbnail. This thumbnail I really liked. Really liking that one. Really digging it. Let's go. Yes, we got the Pepes in the chat. And by the way, if you're a member of the channel, you can actually have a dope little cheeky Pepe right next to your name, and your name turns green, and you get to post I mean, you can see we're bullish Pepe on this channel. I wish there was some way we could partner up with Pepe, like if Pepe could sponsor a channel, but they don't do that. And we like to mention about the nature of Pepe and why we like it as a meme coin. It shows the true nature of what you can do with a silent launch and just basically being like, hey, whales, can you just buy this thing? And that's what they did. And they still sold. You know, they sold. But what's so cool about Pepe is that even though they sold, they bought more. So they made their money, and then they continued to be holders and buy more because they were like, wait, hold on, this thing's not a one and done. It's a multi-cycle type of coin. And I think the Dogecoin whales realized that too, and also the SHIB whales. They stayed true, and they still held bags and almost continued to be like market makers in a sense on their own. So it's like the dogs and frogs, you know, understood the plot and what they were supposed to do here is to signal that we need to keep these things alive. And by the holder count and the whales buying Pepe, and when I mean whales, it's not just like single holders. Whales are also the exchanges. The exchanges hold massive amounts of these tokens, and you can see it right here. Like, look, you got Robinhood buying it. Binance holds 16% of the freaking supply. That's wild. So you got Robinhood holding almost 4% of the Pepe supply, possibly to increase even more. You got Revolut, one of the biggest EU apps, right? Isn't Revolut's like is EU or UK? One of those. 2% of the supply. And I'm not talking about Pepe coin. I'm not talking about Pepe coin. If the whale, see, the thing is you got to remember, like, if you have that much money in crypto markets and you are a whale and you kind of have been here from the beginning, you would have held Pepe coin. Those whales would have been getting into Pepe coin like crazy, but they didn't. They chose this one. The exchanges started buying this one. So what are we talking about here? So that whole debate of like, it's the first Pepe, who cares? It's not the one that was chosen. It's just like how when Bitcoin was forked 3 times and that was supposed to be, those are the real Bitcoin. And if that was the case, then the people that are in the markets and kind of have quote insider information would have been loading up on Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. But they didn't. They just kept buying Bitcoin. So that's kind of how I think about it. I'm like, all right, if Robinhood is not buying Pepe coin, they're buying Pepe, the 2020, the 2023 Ethereum ERC20 Pepe. If that's what they're buying, then this is the next Doge. The clusters are right here are exchanges. And then everyone else, this is all raw. You see, we're bullish Pepe. Love it. Come hell or high water, we will prevail. I think they're gonna try. I think they might try and liquidate you again, James. I think they're coming for you. We got some high action at 102, but then at 106 and 107, like that's what I'm kind of. That's what makes this tricky. You could say, they definitely could bring us to 102. When I mean the exchanges, but not before they bring it to 106. So then they could wreck the shorts right up here. And then, because look, they're sideways ranging it right now. And they could run it, hit that level, trap the shorts, trap the longs, and then go. Let's see what the fib says. Let's see what the fib says. Maybe pull. Yeah. Look, it got hit right on the 0.382 here 2 times. Boom, boom. Middle range, 106.9, that same level. Could be a break test. This isn't going to be an easy market to trade right now, my friends. That's why it might just be accumulate and hodl until Bitcoin is above this shelf. Because if you look at what it's been doing, what it was doing was just kind of shelving. Like it went doop, boom, went up, shelved, sideways, went up. And then I thought it was going to go sideways here and then go... Because it was doing it like this, go up, and then I was going to do a little sideways action and then break through that level, but it had to cool off a little bit more. So instead of it shelving, it just went fully down and went right back into the same range right here. Which, if you're looking at this in terms of a pattern, if it wants to complete this pattern, it could go hit that. And then that's that tradey sideways crap, and then it goes. And that's when we break to the top of the shelf, or the little stair step. Just had to wreck some people first. That's why I don't want to make any too hasty moves. I already did that and got rocked. So unless I want to be quick like a roach, as CryptoFace would say, during these times, you have to be aggressive, quick, fast. Because you can see how aggressively they'll swing these prices around. And it's not fun. It's not fun. Crypto long, yeah, perfect time for a nice 3x BTC long. Yeah, if you're 3x, then your liquidation is probably going to be, if you're 3x, your liquidation's probably like, it's probably like down here at like 97 or something like that. So if you're thinking like, look, I mean, I got, if you're more on the side that at least we'll stop at 100K and your liquidation is right at like 97, then yeah, that's a pretty safe trade. I'd say it's a pretty safe trade because then, I mean, it could really go low and you would still not get liquidated and have a chance to even continue to add into the trade. But it's still, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. These wicks I don't like because it's just like, it means they're just going like this. They're just like giving indecision to the market. Never like those types of wicks. They're so annoying, especially in like these little tight little ranges. It's just like a wick in these range. And like you look at the 45 minute and you see how it just goes Like, look, those candles suck because it's like boom, 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 boom. You're trying to get the entries, you're trying to get limits. Your limits aren't closing because stuff is just going all over the freaking place. But on the 45-minute, though, I will say it does look bullish. So the 45-minute does look bullish because it looks like we're about to get a cross here. Looks like we're about to get a bullish cross on the MACD. We got some volume. You can see we got some volume here. And if we can cross the 20 SMA with some support, as you can see when we crossed it here, we were able to hold above it for at least a little bit. Not too long, but from here, crossed it, went back down, and then did one of those. If we can cross it, then we'll test up into the top of the band, which is 105.8, and the level that we would be looking for if we're longing and we want to take some profit. I'd say from here to here, potential case scenario here to take a long. Stop. That's a good trade. That's actually a pretty decent trade. So you're at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio with losing 1% at a stop, which is at support here at 103.4, and your take profit would be at the top of this range where we hit previous resistance. You know, at least a little bit close to it. Oh, so a 2x is $69,000 liquidation. Okay. So it's way lower. So yeah, if you did a 3x right now with any amount of margin you wanted to use, then your liquidation is at 69,000. So that's actually not too bad. I mean, that I would take that trade. I would take that trade. Cuz I don't think we're going to go that low. I don't think we're going to go that low. I mean, I think the lowest we could go to really scare people right now, if I were to be honest, would be like the $97,000 level, like 96, 97,000, close to where that CME gap is. That would scare the crap out of everyone. The alts would get destroyed. They would. It would be a little bit of a destruction mode for a moment. We would be like the dog in the fire. Everything is fine. Ozzy says a Doge saving stimulus money back to the people would be awesome right now. Yes, we need it. Honestly, we need it. If they were able to, this is what's so stupid. When I think about how reality works, it's like, wait a second. We got 2 bonk stimulus checks from the government during the COVID times, and that was when they were printing the money and just being like absolutely ridiculous. Now we're saving a quote technically trillions of dollars from being going to who knows what. This needs to be literally put into an account, and then we need to figure out a way to be distributing this to the people. Because if it was going out to some bullshit, then it needs to come to us because we'll spend it. We'll invest, we will spend it, we will inject money into the system, and that's what we actually need. We need that. We need our money back. We got our money stolen from us for the past 4 years, and they tried to kill us. 2 things. They stole our money, and they tried to kill us. Can we get our money back, please? All right, Bitcoin Nomad said, I got to go. Well, we'll see you later. Thank you for coming in, Bitcoin Nomad, with the laser eyes. Hope you come back to another stream. Yeah, this trade doesn't look too bad. I mean, you potentially could take this trade. It wouldn't be too bad of a trade. This doesn't look too bad. Okay, Bitcoin Nomad is David. All right, well, David, have a good rest of your day. We're gonna be ending this live stream in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. We got early release. Daughter's official last day of school. So proud of her. She's gonna be a first grader this year. She's been doing so good. So we are going to go pick her up, and then she's got all the performances, award ceremonies, and stuff like that. So going to try and not be like, be like a sappy dad. But it warms my heart. It's crazy. It's like your kids, it's like at a point, like all of a sudden it's just like hyperdrive. Your kids just start going. I don't know if any of you have kids, you're kind of experiencing that the same way, experiencing the same things. I'm sure you're feeling it too. You're just like, whoa. That's why I try to slow down, try and really soak in the moments, because it's just like, if you don't, then it's like, whew. Ozzy, I did not go to the Bitcoin conference. I kind of just did poor planning. I was set. I was like, I'm definitely going, and it just didn't work out. And I felt like I could have gone, but then I was gonna be forcing it, and so I didn't. It didn't feel right. I don't know why. I just didn't feel right. So I was like, I'm not gonna go. I'm going to see what other conferences that I can go to, maybe sometime this year, and I'll just wait till next year. No big deal. So I didn't go, but I saw that with the people that did go, they had a great time. Some people said they were like, yeah, they didn't like that it was in Vegas, so it was kind of a split. Some people thought that Vegas is not a good choice. They were like, can you do it in like Aspen or something? They were like, can you do it in like Colorado or something? But Ozzy has 2 fur babies. Oh, you have 2 fur babies. Okay. I have fur babies as well. I got a lot of those little fur babies. Little cats. We're a cat family. We like dogs. I don't have anything against dogs, but dogs are just like, I'll tell you what, they're just really annoying to take care of. Just to be honest, like they're like having another kid. So I mean, if you want to have another kid, have a dog. But if you want to have a roommate, then you get a cat. If you want to have a roommate, if you want to be the roommate to the actual master of the house, you get a cat. And who do we have? Oh my gosh, we got Alexo Crypto in the house. Let's go. Alexo Crypto is in the house. He was at the Bitcoin conference. You'll have to ask him how it was. So we'll actually ask him now. So how was the conference, bro? That's honestly why I was upset, because I would have been able to meet all the people that I want to meet in person, like Alex and Army Piper, just like, all those dudes. So that would have been fun. That's actually what I'm most upset about, is like I just didn't get to meet all the cool people. I don't even care about the conference, at that point. So I just get to see all the cool peeps. I was going to say, yeah, bro, you were probably like dying. You were like, what is this hell that I just stepped in? Because you guys got to remember, Alexo is a Canadian, eh? And they don't like the heat. I don't know if Canadians even know what humidity is. Yeah, we got the gangs in here, the otter gang. And I was making jokes, Alex. I was saying that the otters like to swim over to other live streams here and there. That's what the otters are good for. Leaper is asking, what hardware wallet do you recommend? I've actually, well, I'll just be honest. I've only used one hardware wallet. So for me to recommend something, I'm probably just going to recommend the one that I use. So it's Trezor. This Trezor safe is nice. I actually like it. And even though it's like a super small screen and literally just 2 buttons, it's very functional because you only need to do like a PIN. You set up your PIN, you verify on the little screen, like, okay, that's the address. All right. And you basically send it through the dashboard. You can use it on iOS. Yes, you can. There's an Apple dashboard and also a Windows dashboard. The dashboard's great. You can hold Sol, you can hold ETH, you can hold Bitcoin, you can hold Doge. I believe you can even hold some of the native assets, like on those chains on the Trezor too. Just don't quote me fully on that. But yeah, you can. It's great. I actually really like the Trezor. And they have fancier ones than this, like bigger ones that have a bigger screen. But I mean, this does the job, you know. But I've been liking that one. That one's cool. I should get like a deal going with Trezor. Should contact them because I show this all the time and I'm like, hey, you guys should use this. Blah blah blah. I'm surprised I haven't gotten contacted by like actual like, you know, doing partnerships and sponsorships. It just blows my mind. All the while we got James Wynn over here posting donation addresses, getting people to send him money like a damn fool. Ought to be ashamed of himself. Ought to be freaking ashamed of himself, damn it. Don't you dare send any money to this address. See if anyone replied to my BitBoy comment. No. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Gotta go. And just as a reminder, instead of posting a donation address where I'm like, oh, send me free money for doing absolutely nothing besides being a damn grifter, here's something that I can provide you with that you can actually use. It's called coffee. Here you go. Here's the coffee. Instead of posting a donation address to Andrew Tate's ass, here's some stuff that you can buy. Here's some coffee. Won't you buy some coffee? You can connect your wallet. You can buy it with crypto. If you buy it with crypto, I'll send you a little airdrop of something. I might even airdrop you Ticker Bitcoin. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's test it. Let's see if you guys are willing to test something out. Willing to make someone's dreams come true. Oh, make your dreams come true. Buy my coffee. All right, guys. Have a blast today. I wish I could live stream longer and keep yelling at you, but I can't. So I'll see you later. Have fun. Enjoy the markets today. And be sure to destroy the like button on the way out. And click all the links in the description. It's the best way that you can support the channel. By doing that, you are helping me get commission. You know, that's the honest truth there. Is that if you use these links and you actually like them, which I think you'll actually like it. I think you'll like OURBIT. I think if you gave OURBIT a chance, you'll end up using this out over everything. All right. So, yep, gotta go. Peace out. Bye-bye.